Good morning stream. How are you guys doing? Welcome. I hope you're all doing fantastic. We'll see who's going to get first in chat today. Let me make sure before I start going on and on too much that my mic is actually working. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a morning stream. We're going to send out some notifications. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about you won't let your anxiety learn. You won't let your anxiety learn. That is going to be the topic of today's stream. Give me just a second to send out some notifications real quickly. Looks like Brian's going to get first in chat. What's up, Brian? Then we got Ivan behind him. Katie, hello. How are you guys doing? I hope you're having a fantastic morning. Hopefully we got a good one in store for you today, guys. You won't let your anxiety learn. We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into really just how simple the anxiety cycle is. We're going to get into just how willing your brain is willing to learn. We're going to get into just how simple it is for you to recover. However, people tend to not let that happen, right? We're going to put it in a way that maybe you haven't quite heard before, right? Ophelia, 4th in chat. What's up, Ophelia? Pamela, hello. Good morning. How are you doing, Pamela? Welcome. Nova's got herself a new squeaky toy, so hopefully that's not too loud in the background there. But, you know. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You won't let your anxiety learn. So I just sent out some notifications. Looks like chat is already starting to fill up rather quickly, so we shouldn't have to wait around for too long this morning. We are on a 194-day streak, guys. Eclipse, welcome. How you doing, Eclipse? Welcome to the chat. Hope you're having a good morning. Yeah, so she's got her hands on a new squeaky toy, and hopefully that's not too disturbing in the background. Hasn't touched it, right? She hasn't touched it since like yesterday. But you know, the moment we start to stream, it's a good time to play with the squeaky toy, right? I finally caught a live stream. What's up, Mentality? Winning Mentality, welcome. Hello, finally caught a live stream. A lot of people catching live streams this morning. I love it. Welcome, guys. Roseanne, hello, welcome. I know I'm not saying your name, or at least I don't think I'm saying your name correct, but hopefully you like the name I've given you. Trish, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Wow, guys, we've already got a full chat. We might as well go ahead and get started. No need to wait around, right? So today's topic, take a big, deep breath before we get into this. Today's topic, guys, is you won't let your anxiety learn. Now, the anxiety cycle, the amygdala, the brain, the anxiety cycle is a very simple cycle, right? There's nothing really confusing about it. There's nothing over the top about it. It's very simple and it's very to the point. The problem is we overcomplicate it, right? The problem is we overcomplicate it, and you don't allow your anxiety to learn. So, Lincoln, we got Lincoln in chat. What's up, dude? The anxiety cycle, very, very simple, right? It goes like this. Your amygdala, the part of your brain responsible for filling you with this anxiety, is more than willing to learn, right? In the moments that you are triggered, in the moments that you are feeling very intensely, the amygdala is very much willing to learn, and it wants to learn. A lot of people view anxiety as their enemy, right? As something they need to fight off. It's something they're trying to recover from, which I understand if that's the way you word it, that's the way you word it. But understand that my point is a lot of people view anxiety as a monster, as something they're trying to recover from, as something they're trying to fight away they don't want to feel, right? Now, the anxiety cycle in itself, the amygdala, is just there to try to do its job. It's just doing its job, right? When you feel very intensely and you feel very anxious and you feel all those symptoms of anxiety, that's the amygdala trying to do its job. That's the amygdala trying to say, hey, right? Is this a danger? Yes or no? Check the box. Yes or no? Is this a danger? And then what happens is people won't let their anxiety learn. If you would just get quiet, right? Have the accepting inner voice. Instead of doing the obsession, the fighting, the arguing mentally, if you would just say to yourself something like, hey, you know what? Amygdala's here. It's trying to learn. I know this is a false alarm. I'm going to let it learn. If you would just say something like that to yourself and let it learn, it would learn. It's on your side. It doesn't want to be triggered just as much as you don't want it to be triggered. It is on your side, right? Too many people seeing their anxiety as a monster. It's on your side. It wants to learn. It's not your enemy. It's not some sort of beast, right? The problem is people don't let it learn because they get involved. People don't let it learn because while it's trying to learn, and it only learns while you're triggered, right? While it's triggered. That's the only time it learns. People won't let it learn because while it's triggered, they get up in their head and they start adding fuel. They get up in their head and they start worrying. They get up in their head and they start doing the negativity. The whole time the amygdala says, hey, I'm just trying to learn. Is this really a threat or not? You seem to be very worried, so it must be a threat. So people are not letting their anxiety learn. It's very, very simple cycle. While the amygdala is triggered, which means while you feel anxious, it's taking notes, and it wants to say, hey, boss, are we okay, right? That's what it's doing. When you're triggered, the amygdala is taking notes and saying, hey, boss, are we okay? If you would just get quiet and let the thoughts come, let the feelings come, and just respond with the accepting inner voice, say something like, you know what, it's a false alarm, I'm going to let it learn, and then focus on those positive behaviors, right? Live your life, do things that you enjoy doing, so forth and so on. If you would just carry on and have a productive day, and every time you want to worry, you say to yourself something like, you know what, it's a false alarm, let my amygdala learn. If that was your go-to, your amygdala would be more than willing to learn. But here's the problem, people overcomplicate it. The cycle itself is very, very simple. The amygdala is always willing to learn, but people won't let that happen, right? Trish! Hey, real quick, guys, I'm not finished quite yet, but real quick, shout out to Trish. That is tip goal. Shout out to, let's see, I believe, oh man, I can't pronounce your name. I believe is it Ghost? I'm not sure. I can't pronounce your name, but we got a $5 tip. If that was you, please let me know. I don't even want to attempt it. And we got another $5 tip from Ophelia. Holy crap, that's beyond typical. Let's get all the purple hearts in the chat, guys. That's a 195-day streak. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much that helps me out. Let's get some purple hearts in the chat for all of our tippers, especially Trish. Thank you so much, guys. Love you. All right. Yes, let's get some purple hearts. We got plenty of people in chat, so I want to see plenty of purple hearts. Love and gratitude for our tippers. Thank you, guys, so much. Holy shit. All right. That took me by surprise. Let's get back into it. All right. Thank you again, guys. So freaking much. That was me. Yeah, there you go. There you go. The name who I can't read right there in chat. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you. So let's get right back into it. Super simple cycle, you guys. Super simple. And I know you're probably watching this thinking it's not super simple because it certainly doesn't feel super simple, and I feel very intensely, and I have been at this for a long time, and I don't know where to turn, and I don't know what to do. I know some of you right now are watching this stream thinking, how dare you come on here and say super simple, right? I understand that. But you have to hear me out, right? You have to understand me when I say it is super simple. You just make it not that way, right? In fact, recovery from anxiety is probably one of the most straightforward things that you could learn about and do when it comes to any sort of mental health type of issues. It's probably one of the most straightforward that's out there. And again, I know you're thinking there's no way. It simply doesn't feel that way. And it's very intense, and I don't like it, and I don't know what to do with myself on some days. Understand that all of that inner talking that you're doing to yourself when you say things like that is the fact that you are making it not simple, but it is simple. The amygdala is always willing to learn. You just won't allow it to do that, right? In fact, none of you, right, and you're not to blame for this because, of course, nobody knew any better when they first started, but none of you would be here now if, when this first started to happen, of course you didn't know, but when this first started to happen, if you would have just said, oh, it's a false alarm, my amygdala is learning, it wants to make sure there's no danger, got it, not even going to bother fighting with it, not even going to bother thinking about it, not even going to bother talking to myself about it, just going to get on with my day, it's watching, so I'm just going to get on with my day, have a productive day, false alarm. If that was your go-to right from the very beginning, right, none of you would even be here now. Now, of course, you didn't know that, right? So you're not to blame for that. But understand that when it comes to recovery, less is more, right? You should be up and you should be living your life and you should, be doing these positive, productive behaviors. But as far as mentally goes, less is more. There's nothing to figure out. There's nothing to solve. There's nothing to think about, right? People tend to wake up every single day with this mentality of, let me think this through. right? Let me really think about what I need to do today. Let me really think about what situation I'm in. Let me really think about what I need to do and all the things I need to do and all the boxes I need to check off in order to recover today. When really, if you would keep it super simple and just go straight to the attitude of, you know what, if it's there, it's learning. All right, there's nothing I can do about it mentally. There's nothing I need to do about it mentally. There's nothing to think about. There's nothing to solve. It's just there. Okay, but it's learning. As long as I stay out of the way, it's learning. So, not going to add fuel to the fire. Not going to convince myself that there's something I need to figure out or solve. Not going to obsess about anything because there's nothing to obsess about. Wonder Bro told me that, hey, if it's there, that means it's learning. Just leave it alone. Let it do its thing. Go take the trash out. Have a productive day, right? If that would become your go-to attitude, you would stop setting it off, and it would learn. So I'll put it to you like this way. I'll give you an example. When you're triggered, the amygdala is taking notes, right? And here's where people screw up. Here's where everybody goes wrong. The amygdala starts taking notes when you're triggered. It learns when you're afraid. Instead of just saying, okay, it is what it is, false alarm, it's learning, and then having a productive day, right? People don't do that. People tend to get up into their heads and say things like, oh, God, this is a little much, and you know, what if this? I've been dealing with this for so long, and what if this turns into this, and what if I can't quite handle this today, and how long have I been at this, and how long will it take for it to learn? And people get up in their heads, they start saying things like that. Here's the problem: you halt the amygdala's progress when you do that. You do not allow the amygdala to do its job, which is to take its notes and to make its changes, right? And you do not allow that natural process. It's a natural process, but you do not allow that natural process to unfold and happen when you get involved. So people get involved, and the amygdala can't do its job. It can't do its natural process because you're talking too much, and you won't stop talking, and you won't stop obsessing, and you won't stop thinking. And so the amygdala's like, dude, I'm just trying to take my notes. I'm trying to do my job. I'm trying to reset your levels to normal here, but you keep setting me off because you won't shut up, right? That's what the amygdala is saying, and we've all been guilty of that, right? The amygdala is saying, man, I will do my job, and I will set you back to feeling right again, and I'll set you back to feeling normal again, and I will realize that these things are not real dangers if you'll just stop talking to me and let me do my job and just carry on with your life, carry on with your day. You let me do my job, okay, and I'll fix it for you. But people don't let that happen. They want to get involved. Everybody wants to get involved, right? I need to get involved. This feeling's so intense. I got to get involved. I got to think about it. I got to figure it out. I got to argue. I got to solve it. You know, they won't stop getting involved. And again, what happens when you get involved on a more let's use a technical term here. I know I've got the tip goal set to a 1,945 day streak. Let's just get rid of that. Right. There you go. I know what happens. I know what happens when people get involved, right? They want to figure it out because it's so intense and it seems normal. It seems like that's something you should do. If something feels very bad to you or intense to you, well, then it's just human nature to want to get involved. I get it, right? But what happens on a more scientific level when you get involved? When your amygdala is triggered and you get involved and you won't stop talking to yourself about it in a negative way? What happens is you send a message from the prefrontal cortex, which is your thinking mind. Your prefrontal cortex is your thinking mind. It is your ability to talk to yourself, right? So what happens is when the amygdala is triggered, okay, and you get up there with your thinking mind, the prefrontal cortex, and you start worrying about it, and you start getting negative about it, and you start obsessing about it, trying to solve it and figure it out, you send a direct message to the amygdala that says, hey, there's a problem here, right? This is an ongoing thing. And this is why people aren't really making the progress that they want to make, because they're too busy trying to solve it, but they don't understand the more that they try to solve it, the more they just send the message to the amygdala from the prefrontal cortex that says, hey, this is a problem here. So the amygdala says, hey, I'm trying to do my job, and I'm trying to learn, and I'm trying to fix you up, and I'm trying to set you back to normal, but you won't stop sending me messages. You won't stop sending me worry messages, so I can't do what I need to do, right? I can't do what I need to do. That's what the amygdala says. The amygdala says, look, I'm trying to do my job and I would have you fixed up in no time, but you won't stop sending me messages, right? And what are the messages? The messages is all the negativity. It's all the negative thinking. What is negative thinking? The way you talk to yourself. And as long as you continue to talk to yourself in a worried, obsessed, ruminating, negative way, and you're not trying to shut that down and work on that, right? You're not trying to shut that second fear down with that accepting inner voice. Instead, as long as you continue to do that, the amygdala is going to continue to say, hey, boss, I really want to fix you up. I really want to return to normal. I don't like being triggered as much as you like being triggered, but you won't stop sending me messages. I can't do my job with you standing behind me, sending me all these worry messages all the time. I can't do it as long as you're standing behind me, looking over my shoulder, sending me all this negativity, sending me all these worried messages. I can't do my job. I want to do my job, but I can't. So people blame anxiety, right? People blame anxiety. People blame the amygdala. People say, yeah, those things, those are the bad guys, right? I'll tell you that the real bad guy here is you, because the amygdala, right? The amygdala is more than willing to help you out. It wants to help you out. It's your friend. It doesn't like being triggered as much as you like it. It wants to make the correct adjustments. It's willing to make the correct adjustments. It wants to return to a state of normalcy. It wants all of these things, but you just won't stop sending messages. So every time the amygdala is like, okay, today's the day, I'm going to give you some false alarms because I'm ready to learn. I want to make sure these things aren't dangerous, and I'll rewrite the pathways for you, right? So, but I have to send you some false alarms today. That's what the amygdala is saying. I have to send you some false alarms today in order for me to do that, all right? And you're supposed to say, okay, go ahead and send them. I'll just tell myself it's a false alarm and that we're good and that you're just learning, right? That's what you're supposed to say. But unfortunately, most people say, how dare you send me a false alarm? I don't want to feel this way today. I hate this. I've been at this for so long. I can't imagine never feeling like this, and it's been this long, and what do I need to do to recover? And oh, my God. That's what people do instead of just saying, hey, boss, I understand. You got to send me some false alarms today. You do your thing. I'm okay with it. You're learning. I get it. You got to do your thing. No problem. Instead of saying that, people say all the negative stuff. So you're in miscommunication. You're in a miscommunication with your amygdala. The amygdala is just trying to do its job. It wants to send you these false alarms so that it can make adjustments, but you won't allow that to happen, right? You won't allow that to happen because you're standing over its shoulder the whole time sending it messages, negative messages, and therefore it overshadows its work. It can't make the correct adjustments because the whole time it's trying to learn while you're triggered, you just keep sending it negative messages. Therefore, you keep setting it off and setting it off and setting it off, and it can't do its job, right? So there's a misconnect here. There's a lot of people with the false belief that anxiety is something you fight away and try to recover from in such a way that it's a monster. There's a misconnect. There's a lot of people who view the amygdala as this big bad thing. I wish I could just scoop it out, right? Just crack open my skull and scoop it out. Understand that this thing is on your side and always has been since day one, right? Understand that this thing is on your side and always has been since day one, and it doesn't want to be triggered as much as you don't want it to be triggered. It is on your side and it is willing to learn. You just won't let it learn, right? You just won't let it learn. People don't look at it that way. They look at it as, I'm at the mercy of this thing called the amygdala that just wants to ruin my life at this point, right? You're doing that. You're doing that, and I know that sounds a bit blunt, and I know that sounds a bit cruel, but you are ruining your life, right? Not the amygdala. So I understand that sounds a bit blunt, and I understand that sounds a bit harsh and careless, but understand that it's the truth, and there's no way around the truth. Like, we can try to tiptoe around the truth, but there's no way around the truth. The truth is the amygdala is not ruining your life, you are. The amygdala is more than willing to learn that these things are not dangers. If you'll just say to yourself, oh, here's the false alarm. Yeah, it's learning. All right, I'm going to let it learn. I'm not going to add to the problem. I'm not going to stand over its shoulder and send it a bunch of negative messages and keep setting it off. No, I'm just going to let it learn. I'm just going to let it learn and continue on with my day. If you would do that, this thing we call the amygdala, it's ready to learn. It's on your side, and it will learn, right? So a huge misconception that exists is that the amygdala is the bad guy, and it's something that we need to retrain because it's out to get us, right? That you need to drop that. You need to drop that. The belief should be the amygdala is on my side. I've just never given it a fair chance to learn with all of my negativity that I add whenever I'm triggered, right? But it's on my side and it's willing to learn. Maybe, maybe after all, maybe at the end of the day, the amygdala was never the problem. right? And I'm here to tell you, it was never the problem. You just won't let your anxiety learn. So how should we sum this stream up today, guys? Which, by the way, just thank you for the tremendous support. We got another $5 tip, so let's get some purple hearts in there. We are at 65 on the tip goal. Guys, thank you so much. You have no idea how much that helps me. It is the first. We got those bills coming in, so I appreciate the shit out of that. Let's get some purple hearts in the chat. So how should we, let's see, wrap this one up, right? You won't let your anxiety learn. I think the main takeaway that you guys, if you're in the stream today, I think the main thing that you want to take away from this stream, that you want to walk away from this stream is, my amygdala is on my side. It is on my side. When it's triggered, it's learning, and it will learn if I let it learn, and I'm not standing over its shoulder shouting all of these negative things, right? I want you to start to see your anxiety and your amygdala, whatever word you want to use, anxiety, brain, amygdala, being triggered. I want you to start to see these things as an opportunity and as something that is willing to learn, that is on your side. It doesn't want to be triggered as much as you don't want it to be triggered, right? It is on your side. It is your friend. It is willing to learn. Stop treating it as something that you're trying to recover from because it's a monster. Stop treating it as something that you're trying to recover from because you need to keep it away because it's big bad guy, right? Amygdala will fall right in line. It will fall right in line and it'll do exactly what it's supposed to do if you let it. I want you to stop blaming your anxiety for your hardships. I want you to stop blaming your brain for your hardships. I want you to stop blaming this amygdala for what you're going through. And I want you to realize that, hey, just like my heart beats in my chest the way it's supposed to, the amygdala will function the way that it's supposed to if I let it. Right? I want you to start to take some personal responsibility for the situation that you find yourself in because now you know how it works, right? Now you know that the brain was never not on your side. It was always on your side, right? From day one. It was never your enemy. It was never a monster. It was never a beast. It's just a part of your body, a part of your mind that you wouldn't let learn. Right? And I understand you didn't know any better at first. I'm not here to shame you. I'm not here to say shame on you. I'm just saying now that you know, understand that it's just a harmless part of your body that is functioning this way because you won't let it learn. Right? If you went to the gym every single day and only trained your arm and put your arm through abuse and hell by only training with one arm every single day, it's going to stop functioning the way it's supposed to function. It's going to be wore out. You're not even going to be able to pick up a TV remote after a while if you keep wearing it out enough, right? So when you abuse a certain part of your body, of course you know that there's going to be effects of that. But we don't look at the amygdala that way when we should. If I abuse the amygdala by not letting it learn with all the negative messages I'm sending it, right? Lincoln, thank you so much. Money Cloud, drop some purple hearts. Love you guys. Wow, what a stream this morning. This morning stream is fucking amazing. If you continue to abuse a part of your body, then you know that there's going to be negative consequences, right? But again, people don't look at the amygdala that way. They think the amygdala is the enemy that is doing this to me, when actually it's you doing it to you, right? Just like your arm would heal if you stop working it out every day, you'll eventually be able to pick up the remote again, right? Because it'll get its strength back. The amygdala will heal too, right? Just like that. But people, people don't look at it that way. They look at it as amygdala equals bad guy. Amygdala needs to be retrained because it's bad guy. They don't look at it like, oh yeah, I've put my amygdala through abuse, and maybe if I stop sending it so many negative messages and just let it learn, it will learn just like my arm will heal, just like a sprained ankle will heal if I stop jumping on it, right? You put the amygdala in its own category, a bad guy, when really it's just functioning the way that you have made it function through the messages that you send it. Right? It's willing to learn, just like your arm is willing to heal up and your ankle's willing to heal up. The amygdala is willing to heal up too if you'll let it do its job. People know they shouldn't jump up and down on a sprained ankle, so they don't do it because they want their ankle to heal. Well, if people started understanding that you don't jump up and down on the amygdala either because you want it to heal, and they started to treat it the same way, then they would have the same success, right? They would have the same success. So, not your enemy, Not a monster. Lincoln, thank you so much for the $5 tip. That puts us at 70, guys. 70 on the tip goal. Thank you so much for the purple hearts. Katie, Ophelia, Ghost, Kate, everybody, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You guys have no idea how much that helps me out. Thank you so, so much. Wow, what a stream. What a morning stream. Normally we don't have but like 15 people in our morning streams, and we're like at a full stream for us, and on a 70 on the tip goal. Thank you guys so, so much. I appreciate you. What is in the air today, chat? I don't know, but amazing, amazing morning stream. Round of applause for you guys. That is the point of the stream, you guys. That is the point of the stream. I won't get on another rant. Your amygdala is not your monster. It's not the monster under your bed. It is the same as any part of your body. If you would let it do its job, it would do its job. And the more you add the negativity, the more you send the negative messages and try to figure it out yourself, the more you upset it, right? I love you guys. Thank you so, so much for watching this morning stream. I truly do appreciate it. Like I said, we're at 70 on the morning stream, and that is just absolutely insane. Let's get us some... Wow. Wow. What the hell? Wonder Brew Tea. Interesting. Still picking on me about the tea thing, I see. Wonder Bro, thank you for being you. What you do really matters, but who you are is what makes all the difference. That was a sweet tip note. Thank you so much, Wonder Brew Tea. I appreciate you. That is 80. I don't know what the hell's happening today, but I'm so thankful for it. Thank you guys so, so much. Thank you guys so, so much. I appreciate you. Yes, get some purple hearts, guys. That is insane. That is crazy. Let's get some purple hearts, purple hearts, purple hearts. We'll get us some music going as well. Where's it at? Where's it at? Let's get some upbeat music today. This is an upbeat stream for sure. Might be a little loud. Let me make some adjustments here. Thank you for all the purple hearts, guys. Breakfast with Wonder Bro. What are you having for breakfast, Lincoln? If you guys did enjoy this stream today, make sure you leave a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. We are right around the corner from 11K, guys. By the way, if you're on the Discord, you can get updates on the roof. I'm trying to post updates as they come in, but we've got several pictures up. Several pictures of the work that's been done so far is up on the Discord, so go check it out. They're actually here right now, and that's why I wanted to do this stream so early today, because I like to be out there. I like to watch the process sort of happen. So I wanted to do an early stream, but yeah, they're already out there putting in the work, man, and it's looking good. We haven't got to the actual metal. They're working on the woodwork right now, but so much better already. So much better already. And of course, I have you guys to thank for that. So thank you so much. And thank you for the crazy tip goal today, man. I appreciate every single one of you. Katie, thank you for the purple hearts. Winning mentality, thank you for the purple hearts. Appreciate it. Just after lunch in the UK. What's up, Martin? How are you, man? What time is it in your parts? It is almost 10 a.m. here. Almost 10 a.m. I had pizza for breakfast because I am a grown adult, mature adult. Pop-Tart, probably a healthier choice. He knows why. He knows why. You're not wrong. I do. People couldn't believe that I just didn't like tea. We're gonna scroll up a little bit. Kay said he takes a few days off and comes back and hits us with fire as usual. Another great one. Thank you, Kay. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, they, like I said, they've actually been doing some work out there. So like I've been out there kind of following the process and just watching it unfold. And yeah, that's why I haven't been here, but I wanted to get in a morning stream, and a hell of a morning stream it's been, with an $80 tip. Cole, thank you guys so much. I think we went over a lot of great points today. I had Frosted Flakes for breakfast. One of my favorite cereals, Ophelia. That is a great choice. That is a great, great choice. Thank you guys for such an amazing morning stream. I'm sure I will have updated pictures later this evening, so be on the Discord and be on the lookout for those. Can we get a Discord link in the chat? I think there's a hotkey for that. I think it's like, let me see. I might be able to do it. My mods know more about this than I do. Is that how you do it? I think that's how you do it, right? No, it's not working. Maybe it's just a little slow. Sometimes I have Frosted Flakes with bananas, but not today. I've never tried that. Yes, it did work. Okay, there we go. There's the Discord link right there. So if you want to join us on Discord for no other reason than just to keep up with the roof, then feel free to do so. It's in the announcements channel. That's where I drop all those updates. But thank you guys, man. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. What an awesome stream. Trish, thank you for the purple hearts, and thank you for the, assuming it's, I believe it's the same person. Thank you for the $50 tip earlier. I appreciate you. What a good way to start our day today. This was definitely a great stream. Winning says basically you have a thought that freaks you out, your body freaks out, you accept that your body freaks out while telling yourself positive things until you don't freak out anymore. Am I right? Let me dive into that a little bit. So you're right on how this cycle kind of works. So what happens is you have a thought. The amygdala is sensitive. It thinks that this thought means danger, right? Instead of freaking out, you're correct. You don't want to freak out. Instead of freaking out, you need to remind yourself, oh, yeah, this is a bad connection. This is just a false alarm. I'm going to let my amygdala hang out. I'm going to let it do its thing. It's learning, and I'm going to get on with my day. That's the accepting inner voice. The accepting inner voice isn't a big, long, drawn-out fight, right? Because then that's not an accepting inner voice. That's obsession. The accepting inner voice is just using your knowledge of the cycle to your advantage. So you say something like, oh, yeah, a false alarm is currently happening. Anxiety learns while anxiety is turned on. I'm going to let my amygdala learn. I'm going to get on with my day. Right? That's the accepting inner voice in action. The accepting inner voice is not a fight with the thoughts or feelings. It's just using your knowledge of the cycle, right? And getting on with your day. So as you get on with your day, you're helping your amygdala learn, hey, look, he's just getting on with his day. She's just getting on with her day, right? You're helping the amygdala learn, and you're not freaking out because you're reminding yourself, oh, yeah, false alarm. Anxiety's learning right now. All right, so that's the accepting inner voice. You've got the cycle down to a T there mentality. So yes, I hope that makes it even more simple for you. Yo, Wonder Bro, listening while I'm at work. What's up, Brandon? Hope you're having a good day. Wake up feeling very scared all the time. Well, what is up, Craig? Welcome to the stream. This is a good place for you to be. I want you to remind yourself in this moment, Craig, that feeling triggered is a good thing because that means your brain is learning, right? So that's the accepting inner voice saying, hey, it's okay to be triggered. It's a false alarm. My brain's learning. Put on a smile. Enjoy the rest of your day. But welcome to the stream, Craig. Welcome, my man. How have you been? What are some fun things people have been doing? We bought our first home in March. Nice. Congrats. Came with an apple tree. We harvested our first fruit. We have an apple tree out in our backyard, and it's why we have so many dang deers, because they just love to eat all the apples that fall on the ground. I mean, they eat every apple that touches the ground. We harvested our first fruit. So many apples. Gardening is really peaceful. I'm already excited for next year, Luis. I am already excited for next year as far as gardening goes. Everything out there right now is pretty much, its time is up, right? I've harvested all the corn. It's turning brown. I don't have it in me. It's my first garden, so I don't have it in me to... I should go out there and clean it up and chop down all the corn, but I just don't have it in me, man. It hurts. It hurts. There's some tomatoes still growing out there. Those are still growing. But other than that, a couple carrots. Everything's time is up, and we just have to look forward to next year at this point. So, but I'm glad you're having success with yours. Keep it up. Thank you guys again, man, for taking tip goal to 80. I know I keep mentioning it, but I'm very grateful for that. Thank you so much. I'm going to put in a fat-ass grocery order right after this. Now I'm really excited. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. Also, guys, I'm going to be focusing on coaching. I'm going to be focusing on coaching coming up because, like I said, I don't know how long this roof project's going to be going on, and I like to be involved in it. I like to watch. I like to, I just like to be involved in the process. It's very exciting. So I am going to try to sneak in streams, of course, and do our regular streams here, but I'm also going to be focusing on coaching because I'm going to have some free time. So if you're interested in coaching, toss me a DM. Or just let me know in the live chat here. That works even better. Love the story of the deers. I really think that's why I have so many of them. I really think that's why I have so many of them. Craig, dude, thank you for the $20 tip. My boy Craig, I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Craig. Thank you. Man, show some love to Craig. Drop some purple hearts. Guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I know it's not uncommon for us to hit our tip goal, obviously, or we wouldn't be on a 195-day streak. But today I was like, you know what? I really want to place a grocery order for today, but I got bills to pay kind of instead. But looks like I will be able to place a nice grocery order. I really appreciate it. I know I don't owe anybody an explanation. That's what you guys always tell me. You don't owe us an explanation. I get it. I understand. But I like to give you guys an explanation just so you can know how much you help me, because you help me a lot. Katie, thank you for the purple hearts. Kate, thank you for the purple hearts. MV, thank you for the purple hearts. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you again, Mr. Craig. All those purple hearts are for you, my friend. Thank you, guys. Thank you. What an awesome morning stream. I'm used to the morning streams only having about like 12 people, 14 people in them. So this is strange that we've got a packed full chat for us and $100 tip goal. But it's awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Roseanne. I know that's not your name, but it's the best I got. Thank you for the purple hearts. Ophelia, thank you for the purple hearts. Appreciate it. Place that grocery order, dude. As soon as I get off the stream, I'm going to put me a nice little cart together, and I'm going to place that grocery order. I know there's a few people in chat that like to say things like, stop explaining where it goes. Like, we're all helping each other. This is what you do. You don't have to explain where it goes. I like to explain where it goes because I want you guys to know what a difference that you make on my life every single day. And I love doing this for a living, so I like explaining where it goes. But thank you guys. I appreciate it so much. How's the stream going? It's amazing stream, Ghost. I don't know what's in the air today, but it's an absolutely amazing stream. Homegrown vegetable, awesome. There's a drought at the moment in the UK. That's no good. No good at all. Housepipe ban, so having work cut out with us. We've had potatoes, leeks, beetroot, and spinach so far. Nice selection. I'll be honest, I don't know why I decided to grow carrots, and I don't even know how they're doing out there, really. I put them in a separate part of the garden that I built, and it's been a minute since I've checked on them. Let's see. I'm going to scroll up a little bit because I missed a comment from Kate. Kate says, chop them down, let them dry out, bundle them up, and use them for decoration. I know. I want to do that. I really want to do that. It's just, I don't know. I guess it's where, that's probably what I'll end up doing, but I guess it's where it's my first garden. I'm kind of like, I don't want to chop you down. You're useless now. You're turning brown, and there's nothing more you can do. I just don't want to chop you down, but I guess I have to, right? I have to accept it. Love the roof update. Yes, I will try to keep you guys updated, like I said, as much as possible. There's a ton of pictures over on the Discord right now if you want to go check those out. Yeah, I will try to continue to keep those pictures coming. We did a little live stream in the Discord yesterday and showed off some stuff, so Discord's a fun place to be if you're not over there. You help us a lot. Thank you so much, Ophelia. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the love today, guys. Lincoln, thank you for the purple hearts. Mentally struggling. Well, like I said, Craig, this is the place to be. I got your back, dude. We've been good buds for a while now, so keep coming out to the streams, Craig. Keep watching the streams and try to get that accepting inner voice going. Try to get that accepting inner voice going. Instead of so much negativity, remind yourself that it's a false alarm. Your amygdala is learning. Take advantage of it and have a good rest of your day. Keep learning, Craig. You will get there, dude. You will get there. I've got your back, man. I got your back. Got your back until you do. And then I'll still have your back, but you get my point. YouTube notifications worked for me today. We're glad to see you was streaming this morning. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. Maybe that's the only difference. Maybe they actually work today. That's what's happening. Maybe the YouTube notifications decided to just work today for everybody, and that's why everybody is here, because they knew we were here. Who knows? So I've been doing that and watched a ton of Supernatural and finished that season living life. My dad loves Supernatural. Tried to get me into it, and I just couldn't get into it. I don't think I'm currently watching any shows. I'm not invested at the moment. Thank you guys so much again. Such a good stream. Got a notification too. Yeah, so I guess the bell decided to be on our side today. You know what I think happens with the bell? I've been doing some experimentation, and I believe what happens is, if you stream multiple times a day, they don't send out multiple notifications. Does that make sense? And since there's been like a break in the streams recently, the notification bell decided to send out notifications. I think if you stream too quickly back to back, it won't send out rapid notifications like that. Does that make sense? So when we do like a late night stream and then we're back here first thing in the morning, I don't think people are getting notifications for that second stream because they're too back to back. I think that's what happens. I think. So between the Supernatural and T thing, not sure how I feel about you anymore. Hey, to be fair, when I say I never got into Supernatural, I didn't give it a try. So you never know. I could really love it. So to be fair, it's not like I watched it and hated it or anything, right? So now you only got one thing against me, which is the T thing. I can't deny that. There's no denying that. Cats of Pie, what's up? Hello there. I'm at work. There's a lot of new faces in here today. Sadly, I can't listen to it. Well, it will be uploaded, assuming YouTube doesn't do something weird. It'll be uploaded, and you can definitely watch it back. When people recover 100% from anxiety, mean that when they wake up in the morning, they don't have or think about it. Like me, I feel I don't have anxiety anymore, but when I wake up in the morning, I'm questioning if I'll be okay today, like another fight versus anxiety. That should start to fade as you get deeper into your journey, right? As you start to lose more interest in the anxiety itself and start to gain more interest in the outside world, you should stop questioning as much. And when you do notice yourself questioning it, right? Because I'm assuming you're fairly new to this thing, right? Recovery. When you do notice yourself questioning it, understand that that's just a habit. Understand that it's a habit, and understand that you can switch that up to the accepting inner voice and get on with the rest of your day. I still have anxieties, not as severe as before. Yeah, so as you go along in your journey, like I said, you'll lose interest in yourself and gain more interest in the outside world. This will naturally happen if you keep on top of the accepting inner voice and continue to live. So I hope that answers your question, MV. Thank you for the question, dude. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, guys, we're nearing the end of our stream, so if anybody's got any questions, now is the time to ask them. There's no such thing as a stupid question, so please ask your questions. Just to kind of elaborate again on the point of the stream, guys, your amygdala is willing to learn. You just won't let it, and by not letting it, I mean you just won't stop getting involved, right, with the negativity. If you would switch that attitude to the attitude of, hey, amygdala's learning, this is a good thing, and get on with the rest of your day instead of doing too much obsession, too much fighting, too much trying to solve, then you would heal. But as long as you keep questioning, right, you're not letting the amygdala do its job. Why symptoms still lingers after recovery? It depends on what you mean by after recovery, right? recovery is when the nerves are no longer sensitized. But there's varying degrees to recovery. Some people think, well, just because I'm not chronically bedbound anymore, I can call myself recovered. Not always the case. You can still have this awkward in between where the amygdala is still learning. You still have some bad pathways. There's still more for the amygdala to learn, right? Just because you're not chronically in bed with sensitization anymore doesn't necessarily mean that there's not more work to be done, right? Does that make sense? Still panic attacks mostly in the morning. Yes, so in the morning, start practicing, right? That's the best time to do it, is when you feel it, because anxiety learns while anxiety is turned on. So in the morning, start reminding yourself, this is a false alarm, I'm going to let it happen, and then let it happen, right? And get on with your day. There's nothing you need to figure out. There's nothing you need to solve. The amygdala is willing to learn if you will stop telling yourself negative things about the experience, right? I notice I'm better with the accepting inner voice, but struggling to get through the feeling of resistance to feel scared, even when trying, accepting, hopefully. It's a process, right? So we love the term practice, and Dr. Claire Weeks loved the term practice as well, because, again, nobody's perfect. So as you move along and you're practicing just saying, hey, to the false alarms, and reminding yourself, my amygdala is learning, instead of getting involved in the negativity, right? As you practice that, it'll get easier as you go along. You're not going to be 100% like perfect at this thing, right? That's kind of a myth. It's a myth. It doesn't really exist. People make mistakes. They're human beings, right? They're human beings. So, and the good news is you don't have to be 100% perfect to make progress. You don't. You really don't. So that's the good news. You just keep practicing. You just keep practicing, and you will get where you want to be, all right? Don't worry about this thing called perfect. Don't worry about this thing called, I need to lose 100% resistance all the time, never feel resistance again. Don't worry about all that stuff. We're not worried about that. We're not worried about that. We just want you to be worried about, or that's not a good term. We want you to be focused on using your knowledge to your advantage when the false alarms are there. Like, hey, this is a false alarm. Instead of trying to figure it out and negative and solve, we want you to focus on using your knowledge to your advantage, letting it happen, and positive behaviors, right? This is how your brain's going to learn. You got this. Don't worry about releasing 100% of resistance or anything complicated. So that, that could be some sort of thinking that you need to release, right? The whole thinking, well, I got to figure out how I can release 100% resistance. Nothing to figure out. A false alarm is a false alarm, and your amygdala is learning, and if you stop setting it off with negativity, it will learn, right? So nothing to figure out outside of that. I can hear some work being done out there. Exciting. All right, let's see here. My inner voice has gotten pretty good over time, but still feel weird a lot of the days. Some days are harder than others, but still working on my recovery. Hey, keep working on that inner voice, dude. It's so important. It's so important because remember, guys, worry equals anxiety. Remember, you can set your amygdala off with the negativity, right? So we need to drop that. We need to work on you using your accepting inner voice, using that knowledge. Like before, an even better weird stage is like a good, but just because I was so in recovery, it's weird to feel back to normal. Yeah, it takes adjustment, right? Going from recovery back to quote-unquote normal life. Anything you're not used to has the potential to feel weird, right? And that's really all that comes down to at the end of the day. Is it normal to feel a level of anxiety all day? Yeah, most people here do, right? That's what it means to be sensitized. Of course, there's varying degrees to being sensitized, and all that's irrelevant because it's the same solution. But yes, absolutely, mentality, absolutely. 100%. All right, guys, we got time to take some more questions. If anybody's got more questions, feel free to ask them. I had my hypnotherapist personalize a hypnotherapy for me using the acceptance method. That's really helped getting through to my subconscious with this message of acceptance however I can. And understand that getting through the subconscious takes repetitive effort, which is what you're already doing, right? Which is what you're already doing. If you're adding tools to that to further increase that, then that's fine. But understand that you're already doing it, right? You're putting in that repetitive effort, so you're all already doing it. You just got to keep doing it. When I feel anxious, I just say into my head, my brain is learning now. And that's perfect. That's all you need, right? If that's your accepting inner voice, perfect. You're not adding negativity. You're not freaking out with the negativity. You are putting in a new message, and you need to keep that in a very repetitive fashion because it takes a repetitive effort, right? So don't go back to the negativity. You might stumble every now and then, but you can always come back to your accepting inner voice, right? Leave that amygdala alone so the amygdala can learn. The amygdala is willing and ready to learn. Just you got to stop poking it with a stick, right? That's what this comes down to. You got to stop poking it with a damn stick. It will learn if you stop poking it with the stick, right? And what does that mean? It means adding all the negativity, right? You just keep setting it off. Well, it wants to learn, and it's willing to learn, and it's learning while you're scared. If you'll stop poking at it, stop adding to it, right? And that's the purpose that the accepting inner voice serves, right? So very simple cycle. You're anxious, you remind yourself, oh yeah, my brain's learning, right? Or whatever you want to pull out in the moment and use. I freak out mentally. Yes, Craig. So that is the problem, and you tell yourself a lot of negative things. So we need to stop poking it. We need to stop poking it. It must hold on. I can't read for some reason. Ourselves to be anxious with repetitive negativity, so it must work the opposite direction. Exactly, because you got yourself to this point without hypnosis, right? You can get yourself to the opposite point. It's repetitive. You keep poking the amygdala with a stick, the amygdala can't learn, and so forth and so on. And that's how the cookie crumbles. That's how it goes. Feeling drained this morning, still have to go to work, thinking I need to find energy as anxiety is tiring. You will find that energy, right? And a lot of it's going to come down to what you tell yourself, right, Ophelia? Be dedicated. Be consistent as you can. Behavior and consistency. I'm normally not a very patient person, but this may differ, and I'm a bit better with patience. Yeah, you do learn a lot of extra skills on this journey, so that is a positive way to see things. I like it, MV. Alright guys, thank you for all the amazing questions. We had a lot of good questions today, and this was just an awesome stream in general. I appreciate all the love and support, man. We're going to wrap it up here. I'm going to go check on the progress that they're making outside. It's a process, but we're getting there one step at a time. Let's see, we got one more question from Winning here. Acceptance and exposure are equally as important, right? Like, for example, if I was Agora, would it be helpful to accept feelings while leaving? Yes. In fact, your exposures won't do much to help your amygdala learn if you're not accepting and using the accepting inner voice while you're doing exposures. If you're not using the accepting inner voice while you're doing exposures, well, then again, you're just poking the amygdala with the stick the whole time that you're doing the exposure, so it's not going to learn very much, right? So there you go. Absolutely, you are correct. You've got to apply these skills in the face of exposures too, if you want your exposures to be worth something, right? Same concept. Road to 200, yes sir. Walker, pat myself down, however, like he said, our body doing the job. It is. You just got to stay out of your own way, right? All right, you guys, I love you oh so much. Thank you for watching today's stream. It's been an amazing morning stream. You guys really came out today, and I do appreciate it. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. What a great stream. Awesome questions. Hit that big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, man. Let's help the channel grow. It really does affect the algorithm. So leave that big thumbs up. I will speak to you guys soon. I'm not really sure when with this roofing stuff going on, but I will speak to you guys as soon as I can. And until next time, as always, stay awesome.